working on this quilt project today. I started this about 6 months ago, which is really unusual for me not to finish it. But this is made with Tilda Merry Little Christmas bundles that I had in the shop. And this is going to be a little Miss Sawtooth quilt. So I'm going to be working on that today and I'll share my progress with you. So it's all finished. I finished the quilt top today. I don't know why it took so long to do it because all I had to do was do the background. So it's all done. It might look like there's a lot of white space on there, but I'm going to have it long arm quilted in red. So that's really going to pop when it's all long arm quilted. I can free motion quilt, but I'm very new. I've free motion quilted about 4 or 5 quilts, but because this is going to be red, I really want it to be professionally done. It's going to be a Christmas quilt for the house, for our guest room. At Christmas we have got some beautiful Christmas bedding, and this will just look absolutely beautiful. So I've used Tilda fabric. I've said it before, Tilda is one of my favourite fabrics. And I'm really chuffed to bits. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go round and make sure that every edge seam, I stitch, I reverse stitch, but just in case I've missed any, because once it goes to the long arm, Dee and her fabulous team, they like it all to be secure for when it's stretched on the, or whatever they do when they apply it to the long arm. I can't wait to share with you the finished quilt when it comes back, so that'll be in future videos. And if it was a nicer day today, I'd actually take it outside and take a picture. I might do that. Not sure. If I do, I'll pop it in at the end of the video because it keeps raining today, but at some point. So this will just be the picture of the quilt top before I send it off. I was digging in my wardrobe the other day and found this quilt that I made a few years ago, and I thought I'd share it with you because it's got exactly the stitching that I want for little Miss Sawtooth. This was a kit that I got from Cowslip Workshop when I attended a retreat, and it was a log cabin, which I hadn't done before. Small strips, lap size quilt, not really my favourite size quilt, but I bought the kit because I just love the look of it. And red and white for Christmas. I'll put the link below, the name, if they still do the kit. You get everything apart from the batting and the backing fabric. And this is the quilt. It's a big star. And then this is the stitching. And this was actually done by Midsummer Quilting, by Dee and her team. So hopefully they might remember the colour, but it's just red. They're really good at matching the colours. So it's hearts and loops and stars. And I think I think maybe the stars would be too much with the stars in the quilt. So I'm going to ask her for this, but I just wanted to share it with you. Good morning. So today I'm in my veg patch and I've just harvested some rosemary. I am going to be doing some natural dyeing with this, and I thought that I would do this just to see what colours come out. I've done a natural dyeing course. I've done quite a few actually, and I've done an online one. And for those of you that don't know, my business is that I hand dye linen and fabric. The plan is for me to forage locally And then I've decided that once a month I'm going to take a plant, a local plant. Today it's my rosemary from a veg patch, and dye up some linen and just have a bit of an experiment on how it goes. So yeah, let's see how this turns out. Finally in my garden, it is Tuesday morning. The sun has come out, the wind has dropped. So I'm going to give you a little tour of what I've actually planted on Friday. Okay, so this is what I did on Friday. There wasn't a lot that I could do because of the slope and my broken toe. It was very, very difficult. So what I've done is I've planted larkspur along the top and some cornflower, and then some corn cockle, and then some nigella, and then in these gaps here is going to be cosmos and echinacea. And then the weather completely changed. Today it's sunny, there's still a little bit of wind. As you can see, my shelves are empty. I managed to plant all my vegetable seeds, so they're all sitting outside. They're going to have a water. I'm really just excited to be out in the sunshine, getting my daily dose of vitamin D, and yeah, and I'll take you along. I've got some other things to share with you. I've just trimmed my aces. I don't know if it's the right time to do that, but they were getting a little bit leggy. So I've just taken some cuttings and I'm just going to pop them in water. Just to see if I can get any roots off them. I have got rooting gel. I'm just going to stick them in here and see what happens. They make my greenhouse, my pointing shed, look pretty. What a lovely morning and early afternoon I've had in the garden. As a little bonus, I've just taken delivery of my Farmer Gracy order of helleboreus plants. This is double Ellen pink spotted, part shade full sun. I'm now going to soak them for 3 to 6 hours, and this is when they all get mixed up and I don't know which one's which. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to be planting them. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 5. So that's okay. And it says part shade, full sun, common name, hybrid Lenten rose. Planting time within 3 weeks. Planting depth to fit the roots. They've got very delicate tops to them. So I'm just soaking the roots 3 to 6 hours. I'm going to get the pots ready. Taking great care with them. I realised this is going to take a lot of compost, but I can't really do any smaller pots because if I show you, the roots are quite long, so that's fine. I've got plenty of compost. I filled up my compost trug the other day. I just had a thought. I'm going to put a tiny bit of compost in the bottom, because this pot is about the length of the roots. Then I'm going to put that pot in that pot. I'm sure I've just reinvented the wheel, guys, and then I'm going to fill round that pot. Do you see where I'm going with this? Oh, Vicky. Made that void in there. And then if I press it like a sandcastle and then take it out, that is ready for my roots. You're most probably at home going, I do that all the time, Vicky. So that's me done for the evening. I've potted them up. I'm going to give them a water, and that's me finished in the garden for today. I will catch up with you later. Okay, so next job of the day is to clean the willow bath. The tannins leak out of the willow and it can get really highly stained. So that's this week's video. I'm planning on doing some sewing this week, and I'll share that on my next video. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Bye.